custom made and guaranteed.
Hey there Lego Legends, welcome back to another episode of How Did You Build That? I've been thoroughly enjoying all of the builds that this season's teams have been putting up. Honestly, I didn't know how they could reinvigorate the series and make it feel different, but they have done a fantastic job. I tell you what, loved episode number 2. Such an innovative way of doing the smash. By launching the vehicles through a ring of fire and across those 9 buses. What a fantastic idea. Really, really loved that. The musical episode, I would have absolutely loved to have done that challenge. There was definitely a few song titles that I was like, really? But I tell you what, Nick and Jean did a fantastic job of actually pulling off that danger zone. Just watched episode 4 and the guys had the opportunity to build onto an older item. Again, another challenge that I would have absolutely loved to have done. Everybody's builds were just out of this world. There was quite a few favourites in there. Now, I always love anything that moves. So, Kirsti and Daniel were my focus for this particular episode, if you didn't already gather. Ever since Lego made the set, I think it was Jokerland, I always wanted to make a big version of it. Now, I love the fact that Kirsti and Daniel, as the gauntlet was laid down by Brickman, and they just went, yeah, all right, let's just do it. And they really improved their build tenfold. I really wanted to look at the mechanism behind their drop. Now, this is by no means an exact copy of their drop. I have, I guess, made it a little bit simple for myself by using a lot of the Technic frames, but the principle is the same. I also didn't use wheels to guide my contraption up. I've just used a couple of guide rods. So all of those aspects, they're just different ways of helping this frame move up and down the slide. So what we've got here is the tank tracks. To actually get a meter up is quite a formidable amount of tracks to have to stick together. Also, the frame is very likely to get wobbly, so by putting it in, I think Kirsten and Daniel did 3 bricks wide, that would have added a lot of rigidity, so that I definitely don't have in my demonstration model. Now, the really cool thing that they've done with this particular model is a couple of holes in these tank tracks, and they've just stuck 2 of these blue pins in it, and it allows it to, as it winds up, it drags the item up, and then once it goes over the crest here, those pins tuck in and then they disappear from being a support structure and allow flow back down that track. As you can see here, it's sliding up, and then just as it gets to the end, those pins just tuck in, go past my little lever here, and bang, down it goes. Just used a little crank lever on it, but I'll swap that over now for a motor. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed putting this together. I want to personally thank Kirsti and Dan for actually getting me finally motivated to make one of these things. It's such a great idea. It's so simple in its principles, but actually quite a difficult contraption to build. To be able to create that streamlined track that allows the platform to go up and down without actually fouling, and also the mechanism that's strong enough to be able to drag something with a bit of weight all that way up. One of the things that when the pins come back down, if you mirrored the front and the back, then the pins would actually foul on the other side coming back through. So you actually need to have enough space and a bit of a hole for it to actually get through, which is what I've done on the back here. Anyway, let's have a look at it with the motor. So the pins coming up through here, grabbing underneath the platform. You can see that they are stressing. I've just got some support wheels up here just to keep the track out so that it does stay underneath the pins. And then once we get to the top, off it goes and slides straight back down. I've got a second set of pins here so that it can actually repeat. Now, on the back, this is the hole that I was talking about. It's allowing those pins to go past the back of the plate, past that beam. And down she goes. I keep on saying such a simple idea because the actual process of the pins moving past the model and allowing it to slide back down is is a fairly straightforward idea, but the difficulties they would have had as they were building it and testing it and having it fail. I know that in my as I was building this thing, I've had to strengthen things, I've had to move things because pieces fell off. So hats off to you guys. What a great idea. And honestly, I wish you all the luck. I cannot wait to see all these other mechanisms that you guys are going to put in your future builds. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of How Did You Build That? And make sure you subscribe so you can catch up on any other reviews that I do for the rest of this fantastic season.
Come to me, my work is custom made.